Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/AmITheDevil, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout, or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction, and it helps support the channel. Thank you. If my husband wasn't so charming, funny, and hot, I would probably be contemplating divorce. And I've been thinking it for so long, I just need to get it off of my chest. I, 29F, have been married to my husband, 39F, for just over 4 years, and we have two, honestly, totally awesome daughters. He's proven himself to be a terrible provider for our family. He leeches off of his parents. He doesn't step in with the kids unless it's just to play. He is a sweet dad, and he does step in. Or he's left with no choice, and his mom can't. He never thinks about the future or finances. He tells me that I'm overthinking everything, and to be patient, that everything will work out. We are within $100 of not making our bills, at seemingly all times. It drives me insane. I always had to have savings insurance and a full bank account before we got married. His work is self-paced from our house, and I see him taking far too long on projects that he could easily knock out quickly and move on to the next. Instead, he'll chit-chat with a friend for an afternoon, wait until the last second on it, and go browse Harbor Freight for an hour. He has the time to exercise every morning. I do all of the food shopping, cooking, childcare. Our 3-year-old is on the spectrum, and that's stressful, and works part-time. Meanwhile, I'm filing for bankruptcy because we got denied by Medicaid because of my part-time job, where I bring our kids because it has a child care. And the marketplace insurance that we had, that has since lapsed, didn't cover the cost of our second child surgery and a 50-day NICU stay. An ICU? I don't know. And when I got an antibiotic-resistant infection in my leg that left me hospitalized, when that same daughter was hospitalized with RSV, when I was placed in a psychiatric hospital due to my breakdown caused by all of the stress, I have developed alopecia areata, and my nail biting has never been worse. I'm trying to get a job with benefits, and his reason for me not to do it are so stupid. I cannot wrap my head around it. It's totally fine to let his parents pay for the insurance plan for us, just like they pay for his phone bill and send him money when he hasn't made enough for rent because his parents are still attached to his bank account, but somehow he's not comfortable adding me to said bank account? His counter to my totally logical idea to get a full-time job with benefits for me to bartend in the evenings, on top of my other job, and all of the house admin and childcare that I do all day, every day, and am completely exhausted with. Excuse me? 2 jobs on top of what was supposed to be me being a stay-at-home mom? Why don't you get a second job, maybe? No, you're too tired to. Got it. But at the end of the day, I'm still so attracted to him, it kind of makes me mad. I have a full-blown crush on him even now. I've had the thought that he is a bad example for our girls, and that I'm modeling badly by staying. Despite all of the truth of how irresponsible, short-sighted, delusional, and selfish that he may be at times, he is also so funny and attractive and good in bed, and fun to actually be around, that I could never imagine a life without him. If you're wondering why we got married in the first place, it's because I got pregnant 6 months into our relationship. I know it's a classically bad reason to get married, but we took a chance, and honestly, I can't imagine being married to anyone else. Anyways, That sucks. I'm sure I suck too. And to say, I'm not just going to let us stay this broke. I'm absolutely actively pursuing full-time work with benefits now that our youngest is 18 months old. I'm looking out for my kids, y'all. If you're married to somebody who isn't really doing their part in the relationship and everything, that doesn't sound good. It doesn't really seem like she's entirely the devil in this, but at the same time, staying with this person because they happen to be attractive and good in bed doesn't exactly make you a saint either. It doesn't really feel like staying with him is going to be a good thing for your kids either. And also, I hate to break it to you, but people don't stay attractive forever. Hopefully the situation improves and you're able to actually leave the person, because it doesn't really seem like he's that much of a good partner to have in the first place. And yeah, no, don't stay with somebody just because they happen to be attractive or good under the sheets. It don't make sense. I've been living a double life. I've hurt too many women and I cannot forgive myself. I, early 30, have been needing to get this off my chest. I've had so many mistakes in my life that the guilt is crushing me, and I don't know what to do anymore. When I was younger, I was addicted to these videos. Selfish and careless. I hurt people who loved me. Over the years, I changed and became more responsible, but my past choices are now destroying me. My biggest mess? I was in a relationship with a girl, A, who loved me more than anything. She trusted me blindly, made sacrifices, and believed that I was her future. But while I was with her, my family forced me into an arranged marriage. I couldn't say no, and I never told A. Even after the marriage, I confused my relationship with A for 6 years. She still believes that we will get married. If she ever finds out the truth, I'm scared that she might take her life. Meanwhile, my wife, B, is pregnant. She has no idea about any of this. If she or her family ever find out, I'll be destroyed socially, legally, and maybe even physically. Other regrets. There is a widow, C, that I was with for a short time. She trusted me, and I even took money from her, which I never returned. I regret it deeply. Later, I had another relationship with someone else, D, who eventually got married abroad. She used to call me often, saying that she still saw me in her dreams. Last year, she felt sick, TB, asked me for help, and even sent me messages that I ignored her, thinking she only wanted money. A month ago, I got a message from her sister saying that she passed away after 18 days on the ventilator. She was just 29. Hearing her last voice message broke me. She didn't want money, she just wanted me to listen. I can't forgive myself for ignoring her in her final days. Why I ran away? Because of all of this. I separated myself from my family and came to Singapore. Everyone at home thinks that I'm here for work, but the real reason is fear. If I go back to India, I'll be exposed. Maybe even end up in jail. I keep telling A, I'll come back next month, again and again, but I never do. Recently, her father passed away. He wanted to see his daughter married in his lifetime. That didn't happen, because of me. Now she's pressuring me to return, but I can't. If I go back, everything will collapse. I feel trapped between A, a woman who sacrificed everything for me, who is waiting and pressuring me, but I can never give her what she wants. B, my pregnant wife who is innocent and doesn't know the truth. I feel like I've ruined too many lives already. I want to fix things, but I don't see a way out. Dark thoughts come to my mind daily. I don't even know why I'm posting this here. Maybe because I can't carry it alone anymore. So you're doing all of this stuff, and now you're starting to face the consequences of your actions. Great work! I don't know what exactly made you think, oh yeah, I'm already happy in a relationship. but I want to collect more women like Pokemon at this point. Jesus Christ. Finding out nearly 6 years later that my wedding was apparently a catalyst for a friendship ending. I feel very confused and hurt by the whole situation. I got married in December of 2019. One of my bridesmaids, A, and I were very close for several years leading up to the wedding. She helped me pick out my dress. She was at my bachelorette party. I didn't think there was any problems at all. I do remember there being some awkwardness on the wedding weekend. She left the event early, claiming to feel exhausted, but was then posting on social media that she was watching a movie. But I didn't think much of it because I honestly loved every minute of my wedding. Afterwards, bridesmaid A and I stayed in touch for a bit. We made plans to see each other, but then the beer virus happened, and that kind of threw things into disarray. More life changes came our way. I know she was working a job where it was hard to get time off. We live in different states, so it wasn't unusual to go bits of time without seeing one another. Communication got spotty, but I figured life was busy. Then, after we had to cancel yet another trip together, it seemed like she dropped off the face of the earth. She stopped instigating texts and calls. We didn't talk much. She attended my virtual baby shower 2 years ago. We weren't talking much, but I still considered her a friend. Then, things went pretty much silent outside of the occasional happy birthday text. It hurt a little, but I chalked it up to that being life. We really were living two very different worlds, and I know that she was going through some stuff. Fast forward to now, I had seen that she was engaged on social media, but obviously didn't expect an invite given that we've barely spoken in the past few years. I knew that a mutual of ours, who was ALOS, also a bridesmaid in the wedding, so we'll just call her bridesmaid B, was in her wedding party, because she had mentioned it in passing and recently said that she was going on a bachelorette weekend for bridesmaid A. Well, today, bridesmaid B and I were talking, and she mentioned the bachelorette. I asked how it went, and she said that it was chill. Then she got a little weird and said it felt awkward at one point because I'm pretty sure that bridesmaid A was talking about you, but she wasn't saying your name. I asked for more details, and basically, bridesmaid A was apparently very big on it being a chill weekend, and telling people constantly that they didn't have to do all the activities, and let her know if it was too much. And she mentioned at one point that when she was a bridesmaid, the bride ran them all over, wouldn't let them rest, etc. Bridesmaid B wasn't sure at first if that was about me. But then at another point, bridesmaid A mentioned some other stuff that was very specific to my wedding. Again, without mentioning my name, as none of the other people at the bachelorette knew me, except for bridesmaid B. She talked about how I canceled some things my wedding weekend, and said that she was anxious about inconveniencing her guests the way that I had. Bridesmaid B clarifying that they didn't spend a lot of time talking about it, but bridesmaid A seemed very vigilant about not being one of those bridesmaids. Later, bridesmaid B did speak to bridesmaid A about it, and bridesmaid A admitted that my wedding had given her much anxiety, and that, combined with some other minor stuff, made her feel like she lost me as a friend because I had changed. I really don't know how to feel about this or what to do about it. The stuff that was brought up, I didn't think it was a big deal at the time. My bachelorette weekend was very go, 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 go. We had a lot of activities, but I wanted to make the most out of it. Some of the bridesmaids seemed tired, but no one complained. Looking back, I do remember the bridesmaid A asking to go back to the hotel at some point, and I asked if she really needed to which she said no, she'd power through. As for my wedding weekend, I had some family drama happen because my dad was being a dong and trying to make it about himself. I had some activities originally planned, but after he pissed me off badly and some other family members were on his side, I canceled the events and wanted my friends close. So I planned activities for just us. Looking back, again, I remember bridesmaid A trying to bring her +1 to one of the events, but I told her no, just the bridal party. And now that I reflect deeper, that is the one that she left. Apparently, to bridesmaid A, me canceling the events and not letting anyone else come to the new ones was rude. But also, as I reflect, I realize I didn't talk to her about all of the drama. She knew about the portion of it, and I assumed that she understood why that I was canceling. I also asked bridesmaid A to not wear a certain necklace because it didn't really go with the dress. My mom really spearheaded that conversation, as I didn't want to be rude. But apparently, according to bridesmaid B, this was another problem. And this was something that bridesmaid A specifically said that she wanted to avoid. Apparently, my mom was a B to multiple bridesmaids that weekend. I had no idea. She can be a little cold, but she's usually kind to my friends. I don't know what to do with this information. In a way, I wish that bridesmaid B had never said anything. But a part of me feels defensive. Another part feels hurt. A third part wonders if there's truth somewhere in there. I wish bridesmaid A had just discussed this with me. Apparently, there's a more than bridesmaid A didn't go into detail with bridesmaid B, but the overall sentiment seems to be that bridesmaid A felt that I stopped treating her as a friend and started treating her as an accessory. She also cited a time after my wedding when we had plans, and I canceled them due to some personal stuff. But I did do something with another friend. But that was because those plans were local and low-key, and didn't require me flying. But apparently bridesmaid A has just held this against me? I don't know what to do. Should I call bridesmaid A and try to talk all of this out? I feel so blindsided as all of this is happening 5 years later. But I don't want to cause issues between bridesmaid A and bridesmaid B. At the same time, I'm wondering if A had told B those things so that I'd find out? This was long, but if you have any advice, I'd appreciate it. But with that, that is going to have to be with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye!